All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of SWACTalk. Of course, this is the show that we cover the SWAC inside and out. I am your host, C. Wells, as usual. And as you can see, I have another guest with me today. I have Southern University kicker Joshua Griffin in the house. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
Oh, man, I'm hanging in there, man. I must say before we get started, I've had Luke Jackson. I've had I can't even think of his name, the long snapper now, and Robbins both playing.
Braxton.
So I've had all the kickers, man. Braxton, man. Braxton, please forgive me, man. I don't want to forget your name. I had all the special teams unit on here, man. This is the Southern Special Teams show. Some kind of way it happened that way, and I'm happy for that, man. I'm glad to give you guys the opportunity to get on and kind of speak your thing.
Man, I feel you, man. We're glad to be here, man. We're glad for this exposure.
Hey, no problem, man. I do what I can. All right, man. Let's start from the beginning. When did you start playing football?
Man, I started playing football like around 6 years old. I played for like a little league team, like doing the basics, like wide receiver and DB. But I mean, I can't even lie, man. I did like half the season. I got in one game and I got like hit, one of those hits you take, but it's like, ugh. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this no more. But my dad, he was like, you got to finish out the season. If you want to quit, you got to wait to end the season. But if you start something, you got to finish it. So I was like, all right, I finished out the season. But after that, I was like, yeah, I got to take a break from this. I ain't doing this no more. But then I got back around to it around junior high. I started back doing more receiver and kicking stuff when I had made it back to junior high.
So what started you in as a kicker? What made you want to kick besides getting hit? Was that kind of the one thing that made you say, I want to play football, I don't want to get hit, let me find something to do?
No, it was like, so I grew up most of my life playing soccer. I've been playing soccer since I was like little. And I knew like, kicking the football could be no different from kicking the soccer ball. So whenever I came back to football, I was like, I'll kick for y'all. I don't know about doing nothing else, but I can at least kick for y'all. But how practice was set up, they were saying like, I mean, you could be a kicker, we don't mind that, but I mean, you're only gonna kick like 1% of the time, so you're gonna have to do something else. You can't just be out here. That's why I got back into playing wide receiver and playing safety or whatnot. So that's kind of how I got into it. Like I said, I've been playing soccer my whole life, loved it, played it all throughout my career. So it kind of just paved the way to going into football.
So what you're saying is, on a kickoff, you're not afraid to put your nose in there if you have to, huh?
Oh no, I got experience doing it. No, I'm cool with it. I hope I'm running back.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That your job is not to tackle, but if it come down to it, a lot of kickers don't want to mix it up. But since you got some experience playing defense, that's always good to know. I hope you never have to make any kind of tackle. Let the coverage guys do it, and let the referee call a touchback. That's a good kickoff in my opinion.
Yeah, man, I feel bad for him if he get back to the meet. I don't know what's gonna happen to him.
So, how was your career in high school? How did that go?
Man, high school was interesting. So, like I said, I was still doing kicking and wide receiver about in 9th and 10th grade. Didn't really get in for varsity. Was just doing a bunch of what they call it, JV. Mm-hmm. I was still doing JV, still doing wide receiver safety for that, but still like watching the older guys. We had like a bunch of old senior kickers still on the team. So I was kind of just behind those guys, getting mentored, getting coached on what to do. I never really had like a kicking coach. It was just something I always did because I played soccer. So those guys kind of helped me, coach me up. Then once we got to around 11th grade, it was time for those guys to go when somebody had to step up and do it. So that's when, I took on the job. I had a great season my 11th grade year. I had 12 field goals for the season. I tied the school record for my school, actually. It's me and 2 other people hold the record for my school for most field goals in the season. And then after that, that's when I started getting college interest, started getting people coming to the games and stuff. So around my senior year, that's when I already had my offer for Southern by the first game, so I already knew where I was going. And then we had the coaches showing up. It was still a great season. We lost like probably 3 games. And I think I had like 6 field goals that season. It just wasn't a kicking season,
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, like I said, it was a great career. I miss playing high school, and it was just fun, man. I really miss it.
Did you play any other sports in high school?
Oh yeah, man. I was a guy. I ran track, I played football, and I played soccer throughout my high school career. And I ended up winning Athlete of the Year my senior year too. Because in track I had one state, one district, one regionals and stuff. In soccer I came up playing that, so I was already all county, made the all-star team for both football and soccer. So I mean, like, I was always doing something. It was never really a season where I really had an off time because we go into football first. Then after football, we go into soccer season. Then after soccer season, we go right back into track season. And then summer came, we was right back at football practice. So I was
Oh yeah, so
always doing something.
you was a year round guy.
Yeah, I was a year-round guy. I mean, like I'm saying, like I was really an athlete. I wasn't just kicking. I was always doing some other stuff. So that's why I say on kickoff, it's not like I'm just down there just to kick the ball. Like if he returns the ball, I'm fast. I'm gonna catch you. You're not finna score on it.
I like that attitude, man. When you played soccer, what position did you play?
I bounced around a lot. I mostly played in the midfield though, playing a little defense and offense. But I bounced around a lot because, like I said, I played throughout my whole life. Sometimes I'd be on defense, sometimes I'd be on offense. But like I said, toward my high school career though, I was mostly playing offense. So that's how I got a lot of interest. I got on the all-star teams and won all county and all district a couple times to a couple years.
Well, that's what's up, man. I played soccer 1 year in ninth grade. I was not good. I played. I love the game, man, but I just didn't have the touch or nothing. I was new to it, and playing with a bunch of people that was already advanced, man. It didn't really encourage me that much, so I kind of stepped on the side and picked up a basketball more often than not. Not that I was great at that, but I love to watch soccer. That's one of my favorite pastimes. Actually, I'm a football guy. Like to watch a little bit on Sunday mornings and Saturday mornings. Catch those games. But you said Southern. You kind of already knew you were gonna go to Southern. How did that work out?
So Southern kind of worked out because it kind of fit all my descriptions on how I wanted to go to college. I knew like I wanted to embrace the HBCU culture. I always knew I wanted to go to HBCU. And me being, I was actually born here in Louisiana. I was born in Slidell, Louisiana, a little bit outside of New Orleans. And then after Hurricane Katrina, that's when I kind of moved to Mississippi and then stayed out there for like the remainder of my years. We still come to Louisiana like often. I was going down to New Orleans partying a lot. But I knew I always wanted to like move back here when it came time for college. I knew I wanted to go here, go to HBCU. So it was like once Southern like gave me a call, it just like felt like everything like clicked in that instance. I knew I wanted to play D1 ball here in Louisiana. So when Southern gave me a call, it was just like instantaneous. Really, I didn't really have to think about yes or no. I was just like, yeah, this fits all my categories of where I want to go to school at.
So you didn't have any thoughts of like Alcorn since you went to school in Vicksburg, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's like right there. You didn't have any thoughts of Alcorn or JSU or nothing like that. You were just Louisiana.
Yeah, it was like I wanted to get out the state, man. Like, I love those school. I love being back home, but it's just like I had to, embrace something different. Get my comfort zone, go somewhere I never really, lived before for a long time. So yeah, Alcorn, Jack State, it was right down the street, but I knew I wanted to go somewhere further.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that. Pushing yourself and finding out who you are and kind of taking a path that you want to take is always a good thing. Are there any kickers or just athletes in general that kind of inspire your game?
Nobody really. I've always wanted to do my own thing. Like I said, I've always known I was different. Like not just your average kicker. I know I played all different sports growing up, so I always wanted to play my way. I know I didn't want to do just the bare minimum. So if I could do more to help the team than just kick, I've always tried to do that. So high school we had a couple trick plays I ran, a couple passes and all that. I just wanted to do anything I could to help. I knew I could do more than just kick the ball. So I can't say it was really nobody who influenced my game. It was just I knew I wanted to do things my way. I knew I wanted to be me.
Oh yeah. Some people they operate better that way. Some people operate better watching other people, but it's all about the path that you take, and you're on a good path right now. As a kicker, I don't really know much about kicking. So as a kicker, is there a different mentality of being kicking field goals? Is there a different approach to that and doing kickoffs?
It kind of is. It's like with field goals, it's more of a golf mentality. That's what most like pro kickers related to. Cause you try to get that perfect, precise swing every time, trying to get that same target, trying to hit that same contact. But with kickoffs, it's more about explosiveness. It's like the same mentality of like, going up for a dunk or something. You want to get all your body through the ball. So that's what I'm saying. It's like different, like I'm saying, for kickoffs, for kickoffs, you try to be way more explosive, try to get everything you can into the ball to go further. For field goals, you try to be like nice and precise, keep everything neat and tidy. So that's really mostly a difference. But mentality wise, it's just I'm trying to kick the ball in the field goal and kickoff. Because I've done it in high school a couple times. I've kicked a couple kickoffs through the field goal in high school. So that's my mentality. I'm just trying to kick the ball between those uprights each time.
Hey, that's one way it would never be returned, man. You kick it through the uprights and into that that section in the back there. You would take care of business right there. You give the defense a good start as well. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, sorry, got the sneezes. Thank you. This season, Southern's kind of rebuilding. Well, not really rebuilding, but they're adding to their special teams unit, and it looks like you guys are putting in a lot of work together. I've seen a lot of videos on social media. How important is it to have a good relationship between all members of that unit?
Oh yeah, man, that's the most important because it's all about trust and like knowing your brother. Like all of us, we all see each other putting that work in our own way, so we know that like when it's time for that guy to go up, we trust that guy. And it kind of tied into last season too, because last season, I always have the most faith in Luke. Last season, Luke would go for a field goal. I already got the kickoff tee in my hand, like in the huddle, like ready to go. That's just the faith I have in Luke. I see his work ethic. I know he's finna make it. I'm ready to do my part next. So that's why it's good to have a good relationship. Like even outside of football, we still like hang out. We all go in the room, joke around, and go get something to eat. So it's just like we all trying to be close. We all got the same goal in mind. We're trying to win a championship and be great. So it's like I see you putting the work in, you see me putting the work in. Then I can't help but trust you and know that you're gonna do your part and I'm gonna do my part. So I feel like that's what's making it so important.
All right. Well, like I said, I've been kind of noticing you guys putting in a lot of work, and I saw a few videos, and that's why I was like, man, this dude's gonna be Mr. Touchback. You already had 12 touchbacks on the season, which was the 5th most in the league. That's a good start. That's something to build on. So hopefully, his team can score more points. You can kick the ball out the back of the end zone more, and everybody be happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we already talked about how like you're not your average kicker, but a lot of people look at kickers as guys that are different. They kind of off to themselves. They do odd things during. Are you still a kind of a guy in practice that still kind of tries to find other things to do, or do you kind of just kind of be off to the side like a lot of guys typically do when they kick?
Oh no, see that's the difference between us. Like last season, you'll see most of us like while the offense doing their thing, we're still doing like drills in the end zone. We're still trying to do our part because like we're out there regardless. So there's no choice but to get that work in. So it's like, yeah, we'll have our times we'll go kick with the team and all that. Most of the other time it's just free time to get free work in. So it's like it's no reason not to be doing drills in the end zone, getting each other drops and whatnot. It feel like wasted time if you just sitting there and not doing anything. And I feel like that's the difference between us, our mentality. We're not here to just sit around and like go through the motions. We're actually trying to be great. We got goals for this season. So that's the difference between us and Southern,
Oh yeah. And like I said, you kind of see guys, they kind of, some guys are over here, then some, other guys are actually, carry themselves like they are on the team, and, that, it can work for different people, but I like to see a unit, a group of guys working together, pushing each other. And, that's what it looks like is going on with you guys. You mentioned goals. Do you have any individual goals? I know championship is the team goal. I know that off top. But do you have anything individual that you kind of want to push for?
Oh yes, like you said, last season I was 5th in the season for touchbacks. That's definitely not good enough. This season I want to lead the conference in touchbacks. I want to be all SWAC, all conference, and some area being a specialist. Like that's just my goal this season. I want to be all SWAC. And it's just like I got to keep working for that, keep doing things for that. So it's like for me to come fifth last season, that's not nowhere where I want to be at. That's not good enough. And like I said, I love kicking field goals kicking kickoffs through the end zone. Through the upright. So I didn't have one of those last season. That's more goals than mine. It's just I got to make sure that we have great field position, So I got to keep going at it. So last season, like you said, it was a great starter, but it's nowhere where I want to be. So definitely all SWAC, lead the conference. That's two of the main goals for the season, along with helping the team win a chip.
Oh yeah, like I said, you do your job, starting the ball at 25 or inside of that, with a good coverage on a kick. You helping the defense immensely. Field position is important. That helps the offense as well. Sometimes you get behind, because the defense starting in bad field position, the offense can't get going. So it all works together. That's why like Coach Dooley said, it's all three units. It's not offense and defense. They all interlock and work together. I sit in the north end zone, so if you kick anything out that way, I'm gonna try to get it.
Trying to get one to the fans, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be right there. Like I told all the other guys, when y'all come out early for warm-ups, I'm already in the stadium. I typically get in there before anybody touches the field, let alone in the stands. I'm one of the first people in the stadium, so I'll see you guys getting that work in early. I'm always there. Before they even start the clock, the 90-minute clock, I'm already in there. I'm just one of those kind of people. So you'll see me in there most definitely. All right. The SWAC itself is getting a lot of hype, in the last couple of years, last year and a half or so, Deion Sanders and, all the guys that are coming in from other schools. Are you excited to play in a conference that's getting, that kind of attention and hype?
Man, you just gotta give credit where credit's due. Like I said, Deion's brought a lot of attention to the SWAC. But overall, it's just the same SWAC. It's like I feel like I'm very happy that we're getting this attention. But I've always felt like we've had these same dogs in the SWAC. Like I've always felt we have people who can, compete with the big dogs, quote unquote. And it's just like now that he's putting a light on this conference, it's like a great time to be here. So I'm definitely happy about it. I feel like, because we got that light, we get those people who actually working. We get all those dogs, get a better chance of going to the league. Like I said, it's the same old SWAC. Nothing's changed. It's just with that energy, you can finally see that, yeah, we're a conference to mess with. We're not just here to be here for entertainment. No, we actually have, competitors who can compete with people in the league. And we just sent my boy Jatari there. So, y'all know we got him.
Oh, yeah. I'm 45 years old, so I'm a lifelong Southern fan. I grew up in Baton Rouge. I've been following Southern since I was 6 years old. So there's been dogs in the SWAC since I was little. And, that hasn't changed. I think the only thing that's changed is that people are seeing, outside people are seeing what's going on and you're getting more guys transferring in and things like that. But it's always, the SWAC has always been a tough conference regardless, so that's never going to change. So I just like the attention that it's getting, and I like to see guys, really going out there and showing improving. Yes, so playing on, Southern didn't have a lot of road games last season, so this season they have a few more. Is there anywhere that you're excited to play on the road?
Man, honestly, I've always been a traveling guy. I've always been I've traveled to most states down here in the South, but the furthest I've been into Florida is to Destin. We always go there in the summer for vacation. So me getting to go deep into Florida, Tallahassee this year, that's one of the trips I'm really looking forward to. I've never been that deep in Florida. I don't know how's the weather down there or anything. I'm trying to see the sun and all that. So that's definitely one of the trips I'm there waiting on. And it don't get no better than Bayou Classic, always. Bayou Classic is always a great experience, especially for me last year playing inside a dome, seeing how big it is from the field. It's just no feeling like that. So definitely those two games, I just can't wait to experience those.
Well, I'll tell you firsthand, Tallahassee, weather-wise, is a lot similar to Baton Rouge. So, you're gonna get that sun, but it's gonna get kind of cool, and I think Southern playing that in November. So I don't know if it's a night game, it's probably gonna be kind of cool. But it's a like I said, it's a city probably almost similar size to Baton Rouge. A lot of similarities between the two. They have a crazy crowd in Tallahassee at FAMU, so that's definitely going to be something to get you charged up as well.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you like a pregame ritual or anything that you like to do before a game?
Not too much of a pregame ritual. It's like I always start off when I get to the field. I always, thank the Lord for my ability. I actually look up the game and ask him for me to play for the best of my ability. And that's just my first thing I do before I even like start any type of warm up. But other than that, we'll just do our dynamic and static stretch. And the only ritual I can say I do is just like, like I said, my position requires a lot of explosiveness. So I'm trying to get as bouncy as possible. Like, we're in the locker room getting all hype and whatnot. So I don't have any like individual ritual, but I'm trying to get, as hype as I can, because I always want that first kickoff to go to me. I always want to hit the ball first. I want to set the tone for the team, put out the end zone. It's a great way to start the game, get everybody all hype and whatnot. So that's what I'm saying. My beginning of the game, I'm trying to get as hype and as bouncy as possible. So that's the only like ritual I have,
All right. Well, this question just popped into my head, and it's basically similar to what you're talking about now. When you on kickoffs, and let's say the offense, has a huge play, that they score a long touchdown, and the crowd's going crazy. When you get ready to kick, does that give you like an extra boost in your kick?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that, man. Being in Southern, being in that state, in that atmosphere, that gives like plus 10 yards on my kick, man. It's just something about it. Hearing all the fans, the lights, everything. It's just like it's no feeling like it. So it's like after that, you feeling the team, you feeling all that energy bouncing off you. It's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to start this game. I'm ready to, I'm ready to put this through the uprights. So yeah, being in the atmosphere definitely helps. It definitely adds to it.
I think you're gonna get one of them this year, man. You speaking it into existence, so I think you'll get you one this year, because you definitely speaking it into existence. So we're gonna see if you can make that happen. Hey, I'll be excited, man. Let's go. You mind if we take a few off the field questions?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. What do you like to do when you're not, working out or playing football or anything? Like when you're not involved with anything like that, what do you like to do?
I mean, honestly, it's just team bonding at the end of the day. All the guys, we all hang out in the room. We'll be playing the game together, just joking around. That's just what we do. We all just, trying to get closer as a team. But, I mean, honestly, if you don't catch me at the field or anything, I'm in the gym. That's just like my second home. I'm always working out. I know you said like outside of working out, but that's just like my thing to do. I'm always working out, training, it just feels good. It's like one of those self-care things for me. So if I'm not on the field or hanging out with the guys, that's just like my second thing I'm doing,
So do you do any gaming?
I mean, I ain't no gamer, but I've been on the game with the guys. I let them, beat me at Madden a few times. It is what it is. I'm just here to have fun. But I ain't
ain't nothing wrong with that. That's a good, when you actually can sit down and be with people and not, online, which I hate online play. I'm old, man. I like, somebody sitting next to me, nobody at all. So, that camaraderie, the trash talk and all that, that's what I love, with that kind of stuff. But, it's a nice little diversion. For me, that's pretty much what I do when I'm not watching sports or working. So, what do you like to eat? What's your favorite food?
Man, honestly, I just eat a lot of pasta, man. Big mom, she loves making pasta. My favorite thing for her, she loved making the shrimp pasta for me because she knows my favorite whenever I go home. She try to like have it. She think I don't know, but I know that she cook it every time I go home. But yeah, definitely a lot of pasta, a lot of spaghetti, Alfredo and whatnot. So, that's mostly what I be, you feel me?
Oh yeah. So you can sense when mom's, hooking that shrimp pasta up, you already know it's gonna be there when you get there, huh?
I already know it's coming.
Yeah, hey, you can't beat mom's cooking, man. My mom, she like to do like a big gumbo or ribs or something whenever I used to come home, so it's like I already knew that was mine, nobody else could touch those, she used to make, because I'm her baby boy. So she would put that on the side for me and can't nobody else touch it. So that I understand how that go. So do you have a favorite music artist or anything?
Not really, man. I'm just like I'm a diverse guy. It's like whatever I hear and it sounds good, it makes it to my playlist. So it's like most of the categories I listen to like a little old school, more of the new hip hop and rap, a little bit of country too. So it's like I don't really have like a set category. It's just like if I hear something that sounds good, resides with me, it'll make the playlist. I don't really got like one set genre that I listen to.
Oh yeah. Now, when you say old school, do you mean like 2005 to 2009 or 2000? Cause I know you're young, so the times are different. Because when I think of old school, I think of the '90s, because that's that was my thing. But like when you say old school, what you mean? Fill me in on that one.
I mean, every kid go through like the little old school phase they discover, Frankie Beverly and stuff like that. So I mean, like, stuff like that you hear at the cookout, most of that type of music. Ain't nothing like special, but it's like, every kid go through and they think they listening to something. It's like, everybody know Frankie Beverly.
I know. And you did say old school right now, because like I said, I done heard people, like my nephew is like in his early 20s, and he'll say something old school. He'll be like Lil Wayne or something. Like, bro, that's not old school. That's that's still recent, But for some people, 2007, 2008, that's like old. But I grew up in Baton Rouge, man. I love Frankie Beverly and Maze and all that kind of stuff, and I listen to a lot of the newer stuff too, but it's kind of hard for me to get into it. A lot of it's different sounds, and the songs are too short for me. I don't, they got these too many songs. I can't get into that. So song get going good, I'm into it. It's over. So that I like a good 4-5 minute song. That's more my speed.
I feel you, man. I just like stuff that's like actually talking about something. It's like most of the stuff going on today is like it all sounds the same. It's all about. They don't be talking about nothing. So that's why I like listening to more old school, they tell stories in their song or whatnot. Or even like country music where they actually like talking about something. So that's more of my thing. I'm trying to like actually like listen to something. I ain't trying to just like hear words and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I feel you. Like I said, I like a good song that can put me in the situation that person's in, or they can describe what's going on. I can see it, because I'm a visual person with my mind. So I need to be, drawn in some kind of way. You can get me with the beat, but once I start listening, I need to hear something. I don't want to hear the same word over and over and over. That can gets in my brain. Now, don't get me wrong, because some of that stuff is just catchy. But if I want to listen to it over and over, I need that substance.
Yeah, definitely.
So, do you have a favorite pro team or pro player? It can be any sport.
Oh yeah, man. I'm a Saints fan. Gotta be. I tell you, being here from Louisiana, you gotta be a Saints fan, man.
You don't have to be.
It's hard not to be, man. It's really hard not to be. We grew up in the Saints family, bro. So I gotta roll with my team.
It's been rough, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I always have been.
Man.
Listen. I'm one of the few. Well, I can say one of the few, but I'm one of those people that actually saw them win those Super Bowls way back in the day. I was in college when they won their last Super Bowl. I was in high school when they won the other 3. So I came up in that era. But I respect the Saints, But I'm the only Cowboy fan in my family. My sisters, they live in Dallas. My sister live in Dallas. She's a huge Saints fan. All my friends are Saints fans. So I know what it's like. But I'm some kind of way. I was the one that got away,
Everybody can't be as fortunate, man. I understand. Somebody got to pick the bad apple. It's okay.
Hey, somebody got to go against the grain. It's if we all go in the same way, it gets boring. Somebody got to be there to spice it up. So, do you have a favorite guy on the team that you like?
I mean, not really, man. I was rocking with Drew before he left, but Drew decided, it's his time. And I really grew up watching Drew. I watched him win that Super Bowl, so I was really rocking with him. Now we gotta, leave it in the faith of Jameis and see how that's gonna go. So I'm just
Jameis gonna get it done for. I love me some Jameis Winston. So I think he gonna get it done for y'all, man. I think I think he getting better. He understanding what he need to do, and I think he's gonna play a lot better with that team. So I think he finally somewhere where he feel like that can be his team now. So hopefully we can get into it. New Orleans, do you like Pelicans?
Oh, you talking about the basketball team?
Yeah.
I don't really watch basketball too much, honestly. I probably watch basketball like around the finals mostly, but throughout the season, I don't really watch the Pelicans. Nah, I'm more of a Golden State fan. It's like everybody, love to hate on Golden State, but definitely a Golden State fan. Definitely a Stephen Curry fan. I've been watching that man since he was playing at Davidson, so definitely a Curry fan, Golden State fan.
My wife, she loves Steph Curry. I got her into Klay Thompson too, but she loves Steph Curry. Mm-hmm. So I had to watch every game of the finals, which I really wasn't planning on it because I like LeBron. I follow LeBron wherever he go. So I'm a Lakers bandwagon right now. They didn't make the playoffs, obviously, so I really didn't want to watch any NBA playoffs. But she found out Golden State was in the finals, and I had to watch every game to completion. So, I love Steph Curry, man. That guy's an awesome shooter, but I didn't really enjoy being forced to watch him though.
I understand. So let me ask you a question then. Who do you think
interview the interviewer. What's up?
Interview your GOAT. Who do you think is your GOAT? LeBron, MJ, like who is your GOAT?
Now that's a good topic. Now, like I said, I love LeBron. It took me a long time to get into him, but I'm an MJ guy, man. I grew up with MJ. I watched MJ get destroyed by Detroit. I watched them, get beat by Boston. I watched them win it. I stayed up late at night to watch them beat the Lakers for his first championship. So I followed MJ, and then when he retired the second time, I kind of fell off basketball a little bit, and watched it casually. But I like LeBron. I think they won honestly, I think they 1A and 1B. I know that's a cheap answer, but I think MJ is 1A and LeBron is 1B. It all really depends on I feel like it all depends on your age.
Yeah, basically.
So I mean, who you got?
Honestly,
you brought it up.
I mean, honestly, man, my GOAT, just because of the mentality, I gotta go with Kobe, man. Just for that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love me some Kobe now. Don't get me wrong. That guy mentally, what he used to do on the court and get himself ready to play. That's one of one. He just a different breed of guy. So I can respect that, but I'm MJ all day when it comes to the GOAT talk. So that's just where I stand. So we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, man. I'm having a great time, man. I appreciate you stopping through. Is there anything you want to say to the Jaguar Nation out there?
Man, like I said, it's a great family to be a part of, man. I love, when I first came here, I was greeted with welcome arms. People I didn't even know, come and speak to me, tell me they got me. So it's like I said, it's just a family at the end of the day. It's more than just a Jaguar Nation. So I'm just grateful. I'm glad to be here. Just ask y'all, keep looking on me, keep putting your faith in me, and I promise to keep, trying to do my best to help the team win a chip this year.
Oh, we got you. So don't worry. Like I said, we got Logo Luke, we got Mr. Golden Foot, and now we got Mr. Touchback.
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to give Braxton a nickname as a long snapper. I don't know what to call him yet. I'm gonna get him something. But so far, we got, if nothing else, Southern got the best nicknames of kickers in the league. So that's a start. Y'all got the talent, besides the nickname, y'all got the talent. That's why y'all got those names. But I like that, man. So I just, that's the little fun I like to have with you guys. So once again, man, this is Mr. Joshua Griffin, Mr. Touchback. Y'all gonna see it. Hopefully, y'all see a lot of kickoffs this season. I told Luke I don't want to see no field goals. With the offense go plenty of touchdowns, and I won't see hardly any punts. I want to see kickoffs and extra points. So hopefully, the team could do that, and you can get your leg can get worn out by the fourth quarter because Southern scored a lot of touchdowns. So that's my hope for the season. So, man, like I said, this is Mr. Joshua Griffin, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. And, you always, after the season or whatever, you want to come back through, feel free, man. You always got a place here. Definitely appreciate you stopping by. So thanks a lot for that.
Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you having me, man.
All right, no problem, man. So that's going to do it for our show. We're going to go ahead and get on up out of here. Got our season previews coming, the rest of the season. Got Bethune-Cookman coming up sometime this week, so y'all check that out. And with that being said, man, I'm going to sign on up out of here. See where else getting out, man. Y'all have a good evening. We'll catch y'all later.